already made your desires list, which is like the desires list is on page 25 of your book, of the physical copy of the book. Thank you. Lovely. The idea is when we are writing our desires, very first thing before we start day one, are we writing our desires in detail, or are we letting the universe fill in the gaps? Okay. Not that the universe is silly, stupid, and will not understand what you want. But often, if I am not defining or if I'm not describing my desires in detail, chances are that I myself have a self doubt about how this desire is going to be fulfilled. And so it is important that we all write our desires in detail. Let me give you an example. Uh, I have an example written. So this is regarding a house, my house in Thane. So one of the ways of writing these desires could be I move into my new house and I start to make it my home or something like this, right? But what we need to ideally do when we are writing this is I have enough money to make my house in Thane a home. It's a luxurious place in tones of greens, browns, yellow, beige, with a beautiful, comfortable, elegant, rich looking sofa set, with beautiful entrance into my home, with a classy shoe rack cabinet, beautiful lighting, seating with a mirror on the other wall. Now, like this, when you begin to describe it, you are also visualizing what you want. When you visualize that, then your energies are happy when you visualize that. When you are in a happy visualization, because it's a desire, when you are happy in that visualization, then your gratitude comes more from the depth. You're not just saying, hey, thank you. You're saying, hey, wow, my vision has come through. It's like, wow, I'm already living that dream. And when you have those details in place, then it becomes easier or it becomes more meaningful when you begin to manifest it. That doesn't mean that I don't have options of changing my interiors tomorrow. Are Pallavi, you've manifested this, you can't change this interior. No. It just says the luxury, the happiness, the rich look that I'm looking for can come through various ways. Okay, so this is what we are trying to say when I say describe your desires in detail. Does that make sense? So today, of all the days, you're going to revisit your desires list. Okay. So there are instructions. Like I said last time, divide your book into two. One where you write your gratitude, and a few pages in the back of your book where you write your desires. Okay. When you are writing your desires, also write different desires on different pages. Okay. Don't write desires as if this is your last chance to ask for something and you're never going to get another chance to write something. It's not true. You will get enough and millions of possibilities of what you want to manifest. So write your desires in detail in the 6, 7, 8 areas of your life that are very, very important and significant to you. As your desires start to fulfill, cancel out that desire, write a thank you, thank you, thank you against it, and write a new desire. So you can write your desire in areas of personal relationships, finances, career, relationships, intimate relationships and social relationships. You can write your desires. You can write your desires in, say, nature, travel. What do you want to do? Okay. Now, don't just say, "Oh, I wish I could travel to South Africa," or "I wish I could travel to Africa." Why do you want to go there? So my reason would be I love to see wild animals in the wild and not in zoos. I would love to experience them. I would love to see what it would be if a man went into the wild and not bring a wild into the mankind and his civilization. I would like to see the forest as raw as they can be and experience the energies. So, this is what you need to write or describe, or you need to be very clear in your thought. Because often our thoughts are clouded and crowded with a lot of noise. And this noise is junk, often junk. So, not needed. Yes, Neha, you raised your hand.
I just want to know, okay, how we have to write our desires, like how the sentence has to be start. I want to, or like how?
You
I
can
don't
say,
know.
I desire. You can say,
Okay,
I desire, or you can say, I have. It is you have it. You are telling the universe, मैंने तो मांग लिया, मैंने कमिटमेंट कर दिया, अब कैसे पूरा करना है तू देख ले.
okay, okay,
Write it like you have it. You know, so
okay.
many times children do this, no? With their parents. मम्मा मैंने कमिट कर दिया, अभी सॉरी सॉरी मुझे नहीं पता था, आप नहीं दे पाओगे, पर अभी मैंने कमिट कर दिया, नेक्स्ट टाइम से सोचेंगे, अभी के लिए मेरे विश पूरी करो. Fulfill my desire, fulfill my need right now. I've already told my friends there's a party in the house. How and all that I don't know.
Hmm.
So when you do
Hmm.
that, it's that relationship you have with the universal energies. Okay. Now, coming back, how many of you have read day one of Count Your Blessings? Okay. Thank you, Siddhant. Thank you, Pratik. Thank you, Sakshi. So we are going to understand right from the beginning what are the days up to day one and what is the whole gratitude process trying to tell us. Okay. So, very first thing is, as children, we believed in magic. We all believed in magic. I remember my father would pull his ear and he would put his tongue out, and I thought, oh my God, this is so magical. And I would think, oh my God, he's such a magician. His tongue comes out when he pulls his ear. And it was so realistic. And I was like, oh, my dad is magical. Every time I lost a tooth, I was excited about the loss of the tooth, because even with Pratik and Utkarsh I've done this, that when they lost a tooth we would put it under a pillow, and then next day they would find some coin under the pillow because they lost the tooth. Now, today as an adult, I know that it is my mom or my dad or somebody in the family member who's doing this. But at the same time, when we were young, we believed there was magic and we didn't look for logic. Magic begins where logic ends. So don't necessarily look for logic in everything that seems magical. You destroy the energy of creation. Okay. So, what was happening, or why did we believe in miracles as children, is because there was excitement, there was joy, there was imagination, there was belief, and most importantly, there was no logic. So, just put your wish out there and you will see how it manifests. Okay. Also, understand that in the book, on page number 7, if you have the physical copy of the book, on page number 7, it says that the law operates gratitude, the law of gratitude or the law of attraction. It operates on your thoughts, feelings, because at some level, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions are also energy. Do you realize that when there is some thought, suddenly your energy begins to shift? The fear begins to shift, or the excitement begins to shift. Now, imagine, all of you, just close your eyes. As you close your eyes, just walk up to your kitchen, open the refrigerator, open the vegetable tray, and there is a very juicy lemon in the fridge. Pick it up, bring it to the kitchen counter, look for your knife, either in the drawers or lying around on the platform, and gently cut that lemon. As you are cutting that lemon, the crunch of the knife against the lemon feels real, and the vibrations in your hand. As you gently run the knife across the lemon, the juice from the lemon oozes out and is spreading on the platform. And now you've cut the lemon into two parts. Oops, it's such an uneven cut. You were just in a hurry to cut it. Now pick up the big piece of the lemon and gently squeeze 2 drops of the lemon on your tongue. Oh my God, it's so sour. Feel the taste on your tongue. See how that sourness drips through your body and brings up a unique feeling in your body. And now gently open your eyes and come back into the here and the now. Do you feel the lemon on your tongue? You do. And it's only a thought and
I
your
had that
imagination.
that reaction as well.
Yeah, it is. And imagine that is what your thought does to your body every single time. Only thing is, we have become unaware or oblivious to the sensations every thought creates in our body. We are so busy living our lives that we have become unattentive. We have stopped paying attention to what a thought does to our body. And the body is your reality. I'm still salivating from the thought of the lemon on my tongue. Yeah. So the idea is like this, we have millions of thoughts in our head. So become aware of the patterns that we have developed. And as children, we didn't have to cope with too much. But as we started to grow up, we started to feel like a victim. We started to feel like, oh my God, I'm helpless. Oh my God, I'm not in power. And then we slowly started to develop coping mechanisms and defense mechanisms. Those were to protect me, not to trap me. And those were defense mechanisms and coping mechanisms to help me survive only in certain situations. Unfortunately, human beings have become doing beings, and we love shortcuts for lives. I realized that about me. That when we were hit by COVID, we were forced to embrace technology and do things online. And I learned Google Meet and Zoom and other online platforms how to operate them. But now that Tushar is around to help me, I just tell him, please generate a link for this, or please do this for me, or please do that for me. And in the process, I have forgotten how to generate a Zoom link. Does it mean that I will never know? No, it just means I have to go back and practice. So, what happens is we depend so much on our coping mechanism. We depend so much on whatever eases our life that we tend to forget that I am giving up something that was mine, a knowledge, a technique, a pattern of mine that I no longer have because I was dependent. I remember the coping mechanism, but I don't remember exactly what goes into the process. Am I making sense? Yes, no, maybe so. So, because we have become shortcut people or doing human doings, understand we have missed out on being. And the whole gratitude journey is to bring back into the human being that I was meant to be and not stay in the doing mode, doing mode, doing mode. Either I'm doing something to survive or I'm escaping something to survive. But I'm not living. I'm not alive. And that is so beautifully said by Pratik. I want to live my life and not just exist in life. Happy realization. Yes, Mugda, you put your hand up.
Yes. So as you said, everything I agree to it. We are doing things and stuff. So now I am doing this gratitude thing for the third time. I had written my desires and all the things, but now the clarity is that you have to write it in detail. So
Mm,
I'm not able to do that in detail. And somewhere I feel ki I don't know exactly what I want, so the
mm,
desires are random. So,
mm,
anyways, they are not getting manifested. So, how do I go about it? And the main thing is how to control the fear. Like as you said, you have to be free in what you desire. You have to write, but then the inhibitions, the fear, they stop me. Then and there is like, what the hell? What are you asking for? It's not going to happen. And I mean to say the fear, the inhibition. How do I get rid of that?
beautiful. So, do you have a desire that you call silly and stupid and meaningless that you have on your list? And we could work with it to understand what you really want. Yeah. So, would you like to tell us what one of your desires is?
So I want to have a clear communication. I want to,
Mm.
as a person, I want to be very clear when I'm communicating. And that is one of the challenges I face in my day-to-day life,
And
talking
if
with
you are, hold on, if you are able to communicate clearly, what will happen?
because I'm not clear,
No, 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 no,
communicate
no, not because.
late. Okay. So assumptions are less if I communicate clearly.
Who is making these assumptions?
The members, the person who is in
Okay.
front of
And
me,
what is the consequence of they making assumptions on Mugdha?
I mean, getting judged like this is a simple thing. You have to just communicate, but I'm not able to do that. So like
And
that
what
is like
happens when people judge you?
I don't feel good.
Good is a thought.
I mean, it's what do you put? I mean, the emotion is not uh
I feel not good enough.
yes, positive, yes, not good enough.
And I feel not good enough as compared to what, Mugdha? Because good enough is a comparative statement.
Correct.
So good
Yes.
enough according to whom?
I don't know. I've always put my family members higher than what I am. So they
Hmm.
are on the higher pedestal, what do you say? So
Hmm.
that's why I always feel I am not good enough.
Correct.
Whatever they say has to be taken done.
So
Whatever I say,
what I
hmm,
am hearing Mugdha say is I want to communicate better, so my self-worth will be good. Rather, I desire to increase my self-worth so people will hear what I say and understand what I mean very easily and
okay,
effortlessly.
correct,
Because when your self worth is high, that is when you speak your mind. And if somebody doesn't understand, bhai, teri bala se. I don't have the need to keep on explaining myself.
correct.
If you don't understand me for some reason, it may be because of me, it may be because of you. I will definitely reflect upon it. But after reflecting upon it, If I realize that it is your thing, not mine, then I will let it be. Do I need to sit and explain myself every single time to everyone? And imagine the energy that you will put in because you want everyone to understand you.
Correct. And one more thing I want to add, like one of the personal desire I have written is like I want to just be the childlike version I am in my head, like whenever I am roaming around. So many a times it happens when somebody starts talking and if I am engrossed in the talk and somebody is asking me something, invariably my volume goes up.
Hmm.
So many a times, many a people have said कि कितना जोर से बात करिए भाई. So suddenly they break my flow, and suddenly I feel like whatever I'm saying is not important, but the tone of voice, because of my excitement or whatever the way I am speaking, that goes high. So they keep, I mean, they judge me because of for my voice rather than what I'm saying. So that is also one of the thing I always get feedback from people.
A reflection for you, Mugdha. You don't need to answer that question here right now. Who did not listen to Mugdha as a child? That is something for you to reflect because that child keeps coming up and saying, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Somebody in the childhood was not listening to Mugdha. And that is why she's excited about sharing her thoughts and impressions and images.
Yes, but the response is always the same, the ones in the
Because you
childhood.
haven't healed that child. Mugdha, we'll talk about it in person because this is going to go in another direction otherwise. Yeah. So, energy. Do we understand what's happening out here? Yeah. Sometimes we are asking for reasons. So there is a gratitude statement, and then there is a reason for why you are grateful. That's what your chapter 1 says, that when you say your gratitude, then you also write a reason for your gratitude. And the purpose for writing your reason is you will know deeper, or you will be able to express your gratitude more deeply. Okay. Why do I need to express my gratitude deeply? Because gratitude works on the principle of the deeper your gratitude, the faster your manifestation, and the faster you will achieve what you want to achieve because there are no digressions. The root is all very deep. Okay. So we are energy, thought, feeling, and all of these together will help us to manifest our reality. Energy begins with a thought. When you have a thought, then you add an emotion to it. The emotion is either of attachment or detachment. That means I either want my thought to be real or I don't want my thought to become my reality. That is the emotion that you add. Once you add that emotion, then you add energy to it. Then you work towards either making it real or making it unreal or not real. In between, you also keep deciding whether you really want to put in efforts to make that thought a reality. Is this really important? Is this really significant? You know, every day in the morning, I keep promising myself I'm going to get up and start doing yoga. And I promise myself every evening that, Pallavi, come on, कर सकते हैं, इतना तो टाइम अपने लिए निकाल ही सकते हो. Then in the morning when I wake up, I'm saying, not worth it, man. Not okay, not worth it. So what I have done is I have deprioritized something that I want to do for myself. And if somebody else tells me, but you promised, no, you'll start yoga from tomorrow, तब तो 101% नहीं करना है. Because now I will not do it for me, I will have to do it for that person. तो तेरे को तो खुश करना ही नहीं है मेरे को. मैं खुद को ना खुश कर पाऊं, तुझे क्या खुश करूंगी? Go stand in the queue to receive. And the simplest way to receive is to say a very heartfelt thank you. The more superficial your thank you, the more superficial you're receiving. The more deeper your thank you, the more deeper you're receiving. Yes, Neha.
Ma'am, how to evaluate the degree of feeling or maybe the feeling of the gratitude? Ki I am doing maximum or I am on the upper level only.
There is no upper or lower limit to gratitude. There is absolutely, it is only how you feel. Do you love your child?
Yeah, very
Do
much.
you love your child maximum or minimum?
Matlab, I can't answer this.
It
This is
depends on our moods.
true.
It depends on my environment. It
And her
depends
reaction also.
it depends on my thoughts and that I'm thinking in that moment. But can I make it a habit to just say thank you? It's a casual thank you, but I've at least said the thank you. And sometimes I can turn around and say, hey, thank you. Or sometimes I can say, thank you. It really meant a lot to me. And sometimes you just say, I don't have words for this. And then tears are falling down your eyes.
So these words are come automatically according to the feeling, how I am feeling.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
Got
the
it.
feeling comes from your thought, your
Hmm.
emotion,
Hmm.
and what you are thinking of. Are you saying, thank you बोल रही हूँ, thank you बोल रही हूँ, manifest करो. नहीं होगा. Because you are in a hurry. You will get exactly what you sow in multiple. If the gratitude is wrapped in voids of negation, is wrapped in voids of self doubt, is wrapped in voids of, I don't know whether this is going to work or not work, or let me just do it. You're not letting the seed of gratitude sprout effortlessly. It has to break through those patterns of self doubt, the negative impressions, the negative emotions that you have sown along with gratitude.
As you mentioned, like we don't let the seed sprout, of the gratitude. So yes, we do understand that we don't come out of our comfort zone very easily.
Hmm.
And if someone else says that, yes, definitely no for them. Then
Hmm.
that happens. So how do we actually break that loop of staying in our comfort zone? How can we actually push ourselves or motivate ourselves to move forward?
Yeah, that's a
Because
very beautiful question, Sakshi.
because
Fake it
that's
till
where
you
we are
make
stuck.
it.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we are stuck. That if we don't push ourselves, then uh, we don't get the results.
So, exactly like I said, fake it till you make it. Initially, the feeling of gratitude may not be really deep, but keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, when we started to write the alphabets as children, we wrote A for so many pages that it became automatic for us. But when we started, it was so challenging. S- slanting line, sleeping line, slanting line, sleeping line. How difficult was it for the child to make the A automatic in his neuro linguistic programming? You had to train your neurons in the brain to keep saying and feeling the gratitude. So fake it till you make it is find millions of reasons in a day to say a heartfelt thank you. And probably you might just be able to say 10 thank yous sincerely. But it's okay. Don't judge. Don't punish yourself saying, hey, 10 ही बोला. 10 बोला. Important है. The 10 thank yous are important. You said it so many times, but you got the 10 correct. Let's pat ourselves on the back for that. And slowly you will realize as the days pass, you will realize it becomes easier. People who've repeated the course, who are repeating the course, will vouch for it that saying a thank you becomes easy. it starts to become a habit. And you then end up saying thank you to people who are surprised. You say a thank you and they're like, hey, what happened? Nobody says a thank you to me. Yes, it becomes a way of life. Thank you, Tushar. Yeah. Also understand wherever you invest your energies, that is going to magnify. If you put a chiku seed and you're expecting and waiting for a mango tree, will it come? When you are sowing the seed of gratitude, you are very sure and you're sowing the seed to receive so many things that you continue saying your thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're saying, I'm sowing an opportunity to keep saying thank you again and again and again. But if you are sowing, I'm sowing the seed of gratitude. I don't have a bungalow. Please give me a bungalow. Then you're sowing the seed of a void, not of receiving, but of not having. So if you are sowing the seed of not having, then what you have will also disappear because you don't want to have. Your intentions and your actions have to match. The more the energy, see, now when you are saying a thank you, let's make it very basic. You have the garbage collector who comes home to collect our garbage, correct? It would be very challenging sometimes to some of us to say a thank you to them. We just make it a habit. Here, take the garbage, leave. How many of us actually sincerely hand over the garbage and say, hey, thank you for cleaning out my garbage, you are cleaning. So thank you. But many of us might find it a ego battle to say that thank you so easily. And not because we are bad people. It's just that we are so caught up in our day-to-day activities that we forget to say the thank you. We forget. Not that we don't want to be disrespectful. The intention is not to be disrespectful. The intention is he's doing his job, what to say thank you? How many of us say thank you to our mothers or our maids for bringing us that one cup of tea in the morning? अरे वो मम्मी है ना, वो तो करेगी ही, big deal. Say thank you, mom. Thank you for doing this for me. And see how the energy shifts in your body and her body. And when you say a thank you, the one who receives the thank you, how beautiful a feeling it is for someone. And people are surprised to receive the thank you. Are you doing them a favor by saying a thank you? No, boss, selfish, selfish. I'm doing it for me, not for you. So if you don't receive my thank you, that's your story. But I will continue to say a thank you to you. Yeah. You do say a thank you to your mom and she's surprised and she's shocked. Why thank you? She's not used to it, no? For her, she's doing it out of duty, out of her responsibility. And your thank you is when she receives it and she feels your love through the thank you. She feels that you accepted her and her actions as a mode of love. And when you say that thank you, she feels very happy. Challenges will come, you will grow from them, learn to cope with them appropriately. So, two things. It's very easy to say a thank you to something that is pleasant, and not so easy to say a thank you to unpleasant things. And of course, we will learn this over a period of time, but you will realize that when we say a thank you, It is for two reasons. Either I have received something great, or probably I'm learning a lesson from this situation which is going to make me great or better. So instead of complaining that you should have done this, you should have done this, you should have done this, say stop. That person is this person. Who am I being in this situation? If I am unhappy about the situation, can I step back and take my lesson from the situation and grow from the situation rather than playing a blame game? So thank you for everything pleasant and perceived unpleasant. Understand, situations and people and experiences are only perceived, not the ultimate truth. There is no ultimate truth. It is only what I perceive based on my limited belief system, based on my irrational belief system. Things that seem logical are irrational. They are very dynamic and very profound statements that I'm saying. Things that seem logical are irrational. Beliefs are irrational. Our beliefs are guidelines, not rules. Unfortunately, we suffer because we have made rules for our lives and we wait for others to follow my rules for my life. Whose life? Your life. Whose rules? Your rules. My life, my rules. So when I say something to someone, it is my need. And if that person doesn't understand my need, my purpose could be that, okay, I'm going to explain this to that person because the relationship is important, or I'm going to shift the way I communicate things, or I'm not going to put in an effort to explain things and change my perception about that relation. In different situations, we have to utilize different kinds of meanings. And we almost always end up believing that if you love me, you will mind read. You will know what I'm thinking. That's the biggest bullshit in relationships. If you love me, you will read my mind. You will know what I want. Not possible. Okay. So challenges will come. You will grow from them, or you will learn to cope with them appropriately. Great. Now look at all the areas of your life: money, health, happiness, career, family, relationships. Ask yourselves, are they abundant? And if your answer is yes to one and no to another, then understand that we are not investing our energy proportionately or evenly as the need of a certain area. Let me give you an example. So if there is a person who does not have great social relationships, but has a great monetary or financial situation, the idea is, am I investing a lot of my energy in areas of finances to run away from the zimmedari or the responsibility of what I need to do to be social? Is my financial abundance an outcome of my defense mechanism? Complex? Sometimes we invest so much of ourselves in one area or two areas or three areas of our life. And then we are saying, I don't want to invest so much here. That person doesn't understand, or this is not working for me. There are people who say money is not important. Huh? As a money doesn't bring happiness. How many of you believe that statement, money doesn't bring happiness? Thank you. Thank you for saying that. You will only say money doesn't bring happiness if you are super rich. If you are not rich, then you are going to want money, because money is one of the mediums that buys us happiness. Money is not happiness, but money helps us to buy certain things that make me happy, like bow ties. You are muted.
No, but even just seeing the SMS when I got my salary makes me very happy.
See? Just that it is a security. It is a security that you have money in your account. See
Yes,
that money not being there for a month or two and see how insecure and unhappy you make yourselves.
yes.
And then you have to tell yourselves, hey, money is not everything. I have relationships, so I will be happy with those relationships.
I never tell myself that. I'm very
You're realistic in the area of money. Are you realistic in all areas of your life? That is what we need to question ourselves. Yeah. So understand this, that you have to look at all areas of your life. If you feel that certain areas of your life are lacking more than the others, then say your gratitude more in that area of your life. Say, suppose you don't have social relationships, then be thankful for all the social relationships you have with a lot of gratitude, and more deeply so. Then don't go say thank you for, oh, thank you for the eyes I have, thank you for the hands I have, thank you for the hair I have, thank you for the baldness that I have. Not needed. Look at what, of course, be grateful for what you have, but be more grateful for what you want. Right? Knowledge, if you practice, will make you wiser. Knowledge plus experience is equal to wisdom. So when you have some knowledge, practice it. Either it will fail or it will work. In both situations, you are wiser. You know what will work and you will know what doesn't work. Yeah. Also, when you are grateful or when you express your gratitude, gratitude is the bridge from where you are to where you want to be. So use that bridge, no? Each step, you're creating each step as it comes, each step, one step at a time, one step at a time, from where you are to where you want to be. Right? So use that. Say, think, feel, manifest. So first you say what you want. Then you think it in all the details. Then you feel it in your energy, and it will automatically manifest with your thank yous. Right? The deeper the feeling, the quicker is the manifestation. Gratitude has to become unconscious habit. It should vibrate in the cells of your body. Gratitude has to become a part of your DNA. That your cells begin to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It has to become a part of your DNA. Okay. Now, if you see how the book progresses, First 12 days, you are finding different things to say a thank you for. And you become aware that, Arey, this is to there in my life. I never said a thank you for this. Arey, this to has been there forever. I have never said a thank you. So you become aware of the different things that you can be grateful for. Because initially, when you start the journey, you will say 10 things to say thank you. Can I repeat them tomorrow? No. Every day, a new thing to be thankful for. I don't have so many things to say a thank you. What rubbish. If I had so many things to say a thank you, I wouldn't be sitting in this gratitude workshop. But once you do the first 12 days of your gratitude through the book, you will realize there are so many things that we have taken for granted and not expressed our gratitude for. When we become aware of them, then we become very grateful about it. When we become very grateful, then we have more of it. Yeah. Then the next 10 days. So first 12 days is forming the habit of saying your gratitude. The next 10 days is for manifesting your dreams, your wants, your desires. What is the difference between a need and a want? When we are writing our desires list, write your needs, not your wants. There is a difference. I need people to love me. I need acceptance. I need love, care, concern. But my son has to do it. My husband has to do it. My dog has to do it and do it only in a certain way. That is a want. Because I am defining what I want or what I need based on my beliefs of what I want. Making sense, or have I confused you? So I need love is a need, but I want my husband to love me. I want my children to love me. I don't want the raste ka kutta to love me. These are wants. We want certain people to love us and show that love only in the way I perceive love, only as per my definition of love. So my definition of love is feeding food. So whenever Pratik comes home or whenever Tushar is around, I keep making food for them. Different dishes I will try, different foods I will get, and I seek validation for it. Okay, they should say, "Oh wow, lovely." And when they say, "Ah, that's nice," I feel happy. Okay, I showed love. But maybe for Pratik, if you love me, leave me alone. Don't interrupt. Don't come nagging at me. Mama नहा लो, कपड़ा धोने डाल दो, ये मत करो, वो मत करो. So for him, if I interfere and if I tell him, do this, do that, he's thinking, she doesn't love me only. I should never come back to her because she doesn't love me. He's so tickled and happy about it. See? The idea is that we have our own definitions in our own heads about how things should be. And then we are expecting others to read our mind and act accordingly. And that is how we fall in love and fall out of love also. When someone does something for you based on your definition of that situation, then you say, oh my God, we are soulmates. And when they fail to read our minds, then we are worst enemies. Then you and I should never see each other's face. So our definitions are also something that we need to relook at. Okay. Then the next 6 days is gratitude for your dreams, wants, and deeds, needs, and desires. So you are already saying a thank you like you have it. You're already saying, I have visualized it. I know where it is. I know how it is. And it will come through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are already living a life of what you want to manifest. What are we sowing? Poverty mindset. If you have a poverty mindset, how are you going to manifest richness? So act like you own it. Go to Taj, have a cup of coffee and say, hey, I'm going to do this more frequently. I love this environment. I love the vibe. I love the way the waiter came and gave me the coffee and I tipped him. I tipped him for the coffee. How our mindset comes in the way of our own desires. Great. And then make it a habit. Avoid missing days of gratitude. When you do it for consecutively 28 days, you will realize that it is becoming a habit. And does it mean we stop after 28 days? No. But then if I tell you you have to do gratitude for the rest of your life, you'll say, I'm quitting from this workshop. Pallavi, 28 days. You said 28 days and now you're saying it's a lifetime. I don't want to do this. Okay. Patience. Commitment I have taken for 28 days. Let's take each day as it comes. Let's do only one day at a time. One day is possible, right? So let's do one day at a time. And then you won't know how years turn around. Okay, cool. Read each chapter in the morning. There are some practices for the next day that you might need to read today. But the book, the chapters have it in them. It tells you read the practice for day 2. Like for example, day 2, you will have to read today. So read day 1. Okay. So read each chapter in the morning. Some practices have to be done in the morning. Some practices can be done through the day. Some practices have to be done in the night. So always better to read the chapter right in the morning. So that through the day, if there are any activities or if an activity has to be done in the morning or an activity has to be done in the evening, you know exactly when and where and how to do that. And you don't miss a timeline. And you are not rushed, Kare, I didn't do it yesterday night, so I have to do it yesterday night and today morning today. No, you're not competing with anyone. If you miss one day, go 3 days behind and start from there. So say you were on day 5 and you missed day 5. Go back to day 2 and start from day 2 forward. Because we want to make sure that we are hammering gratitude good enough into our cells of the body. Okay, so you will do that. You can use this practice differently for repeaters or for people who want to use the book differently. Say you are lacking in the area of health, then you could concentrate your gratitude in area of health more than other things, or you could do 2 or 3 practices together in one day and keep moving accordingly. The flip side to this is we might miss out on an area that's functioning for us. Yeah. The idea is that if I miss out on one area and not say a thank you in that area, whatever I have had will be lost because I didn't say a thank you enough. And why will it lose? Is the universal energy cruel and says, oh, you didn't say a thank you, I'm going to take it away from you? No. It just means that when I'm not grateful for something that I have, the chances are I'm looking for complaints. Say, for example, I'm not saying thank you for the health that I have. Then I'm going to say, Arey, what, yaar? I haven't slept only well. What rubbish. I cannot sleep only well. Or my back is hurting. Oh my God, my back is so stiff. My bed is not good. Now, what have I done is instead of being grateful for something that I have started to complain about what I don't have. When you invest in complaining, then you will have 1,000 reasons to complain. So today your back is paining, tomorrow you'll have a fever, day after tomorrow you'll have an upset stomach, something else will go wrong. And your health will go for a toss. So that is why it is important to say your gratitude in all areas of your life. Make sense? Okay. So understand that although we can use the gratitude in different ways, because by the time you come to the end of the book, there are suggestions that, okay, you can work on each area of your life on each day and do different exercises. But to begin with, let's start from day 1 to day 28 in the way she has put sequence in the sequence of how the book goes. That will help us to become disciplined. First let's learn the right technique to write A. Once we know how to write the A well, then we can make the variations. Let's not try to make the variations before we have learned the technique well. So the idea is, let's learn the technique appropriately. Are we good with that? 28 days of commitment to say a thank you to every area of my life. We spoke about things to be done in the desires list. Okay. Money is a very tricky area. So when you say, I want to have, say, 10 crores in my account, you're not being specific. You want 10 crores for what? Because when you say you want 10 crores, then what you are saying is, give me 10 crores to pay off a 100 crore debt. Are you going to be debt free? No. So what is the money that you want to do? Say, for example, I want to travel. So say I want 10 lakh rupees so that I can travel so-and-so country in so-and-so month and see so-and-so places and travel in such luxury. And maybe I want to do a cruise. Maybe I want to do a first class ticket. This, that, be specific of what you will do with that money. No, Pallavi, I don't want to do anything with the money, but I want to feel abundant. Then say, I am financially abundant. Don't put a number to that abundance. Because 1 rupee can make a child financially abundant, a 10 rupee can make someone financially abundant, a 200 rupees can make someone financially abundant. So money is a tricky energy. Say why you want the money for. I know of someone who said, I want so much money that I will feel powerful. I can buy power with money. My thought is, which part of you feels powerless that you want to become powerful? And where have you believed, or where have you picked up a belief that money will buy you power? There are so many people who are rich but are poor in that health, that no amount of money can actually give them back the health to make them feel powerful. There are so many people who have so much money and are so poor in the area of relationships. Again, depends on what and how you are defining power. So become aware of these kind of thoughts that you bring out in your gratitude journal. What am I asking for? Yeah, Pratik has said, some people are so poor that all that they have is only money. And that's really sad. That's really sad. And does it mean that you should not ask for money then? My desires are very big and I want it. People who are on a spiritual path will go around and tell people, hey, people who are spiritual should not ask for money. Why? Why? Who said that if I'm on a path to explore my spirituality, I cannot be rich? I have to disown everything, become a sannyasi, and then go begging everywhere? Begging makes you modest. But if I have money and yet I'm modest, what is wrong with it? I don't have to renounce all my money. Yeah. So understand that when you are wanting money, be careful of what you want from that money. What do you want that money to buy you? What is your need with the money is what you have to understand. Okay. So, like I said, we might be complaining, right? Also, yes. Something the book says that you can type out your gratitude. I am suggesting please don't. Handwrite it. Handwrite it. Because when we learn to type, our logical thinking had already developed. So when you are going to write, it's going to come from your logical thought. It won't come from your unconscious thought or from your subconscious. The subconscious is done writing before the logical thought had developed. So let's start writing. Handwritten because it's a neural connection. People, handwriting experts will vouch for it that your neurons are connected to your fine motor movements, these motor movements. And therefore, handwritten is more important. And your desires list, you can continue. First, make a smaller list. When your wishes are coming true, cancel, write new one, cancel, write new one. And don't be afraid to make silly wishes. Why not? And believe that when you are saying your gratitude, you go into a vast, huge garden which has a huge go down. And you can just pick up whatever you want. Just pick it up, 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 pick it up. You don't need to hoard it. Just pick what you want, bring it back, enjoy it, finish it, go back to that garden, pick up more, bring it, enjoy it, go back, bring. It's an endless store. So why do you need to bring more than what you can contain? Because then the responsibility of maintaining it also comes into your, no, Baba, I don't want the responsibility. I want a new toy every day. I don't want to go to a toy shop only once a year and pick out all the toys in the world and bring it back. I don't know when next Christmas is going to be. Yeah. Does this give you a clarity on what to do? Today, day one, you're going to write your 10 statements of gratitude. Shubhangi, you will watch the previous video. Okay. You will read the book. Then you will write your 10 statements of gratitude. But before you write your 10 statements of gratitude, create your desires list. Then start writing your gratitude. Even in your desires list, you can put priority, what you want to manifest first, what you want to manifest second, third, put it in priority. And then visualize those things for yourselves when you're saying the gratitude. When you say thank you for all the money I have been given as yet, be grateful for all the money you've received. Like the lottery ticket that you won, or maybe somebody paid for your hotel bill, somebody did something for you. So, like, also, when you are saying your gratitude, address that gratitude to someone, because then you will feel it more. So thank you, God, or thank you, universe, thank you, higher self, thank you to thank you to Pratik right now, like I said, thank you for paying the bill. Thank you to so and so. Thank you to the plants. Thank you to the leaves. Thank you to the rocks. So address your gratitude to someone, because you will feel it more in your body. Sakshi, you have a question?
Yes, Pallavi, just wanted to clarify that we'll be reading one chapter every day
Every day.
from the book,
Yes,
and we will be working on the exercises which are given for
correct.
each of the chapter
Correct. Every
before.
day in the morning,
Mhm,
I will put up
mhm.
a message on the group for everyone. It's a reminder what they need to do. So today, chapter one. Today
Okay.
also, by the end of the day, you have to find a stone or something that will, which you can hold in your palm. So these are the stones that I have. This is my stone. This is Tushar's stone. And like that, you can have stones. You can even pick up a stone from the garden, from the roadside, which is going to fit in your palm. This stone is something that we need for tomorrow's exercise. Day 2. This is for day 2. So everyone get a stone. If you have a stone from your previous exercises, you could continue with that stone. If you don't have the stone from your previous exercises, get a new one. Okay, you will realize that when you use this stone from your gratitude, you will realize the energy of the stone changes. You will become aware that the stone feels different in your hand when you hold it. It just feels like something like a blessing to hold in your hand. But that's an experience you will have as you begin to process. Yeah. So are we good? For tomorrow, a stone is what you will need. Today, your 10 statements of gratitude. When you write your statements of gratitude, just say thank you, thank you, thank you. What I do is after every statement, I say a thank you, thank you, thank you. What the book suggests is you can write your 10 statements of gratitude and then say, read every statement and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Or what I do is I write the statement and I express my gratitude for every statement. No right, no wrong. Whatever feels comfortable, whatever resonates with you, do it that way. But the only thing is, don't forget to say your thank you. And make it a habit to say a thank you to everything and everyone and whatever you see around you. You have to keep overdoing it till it becomes a habit. And see, if you start saying a thank you today to everything and everyone. Yeah. So take care. Have a great Sunday. Thank you for giving your precious time to me. And I will see you. Yes.